morning, Cleveland County. On a beautiful Saturday morning, the first Saturday in April, which is the opening day of the Farmers Market for 2019. We're all excited. And I'm here with the regular crew, although you never see Greg Trawick as one of the regular crew. He's always behind the camera when we're out with a farmer. So Greg, good morning.
Good morning, Deborah.
And please tell us a brief history of the Farmers Market in Cleveland County.
Well, we're proud to say that this is part of our Extension Local Foods program. We're here with Nancy Abasi-Akong. Really, local foods helps the farmers, it helps the community, benefits our economy, our health when we eat more fruits and vegetables and eat locally.
And reduces the carbon footprint.
It surely does. But as you said, this is our 10th year. In terms of a history, for years since the 1980s, the city owned and operated a farmers market building back on Warren Street.
Right, I remember.
They decided to sell that building. Condominiums are in there now.
Right.
But about the same time, there was a lot of buzz about the local food movement. Things were happening in Asheville. Things were happening in Charlotte. Farmers were having to take their produce to other counties to sell it, so they wanted a farmers market of their own. And we thought we could do that. So Extension joined forces with Uptown Shelby Association. Chandler Poole was the executive director at that time.
Right.
Jackie Sibley with Tour Cleveland County was also involved. So we got together with a small group of about 16 farmers, and we decided to have a trial market.
Okay.
And we operated that trial market in 2008. Some farmers stuck with us, some didn't.
Right.
We were trying to grow our vendor base and our customer base at the same time, and that was kind of a delicate balance. But we appointed a task force to evaluate the success of that market and to make plans for the future. We officially started Foothills Farmers Market in 2009, and the rest is history. We're proud about the growth that we've had.
Absolutely, yes. And of course, we all know Nancy, and I just want to say good morning, Nancy. We're going to be talking to you here a little bit later on, during the half hour. But I
Good.
notice you have asparagus.
Yes, I know. Here, something for the spring market. We're
Yes.
all looking for asparagus, and I think Greg was one of the lucky customers here this
Well,
morning
right. You
early.
want to open up your package.
Well, I was lucky today. I got here in
here
time
early.
for asparagus and a fried pie from Phyllis's Sweet
Oh,
Shop.
my.
Two
So that's
treats.
already
But
gone.
isn't
So-
that gorgeous?
Oh, and look at the lovely asparagus we have here.
So,
Got to come early if you want asparagus.
and then there's a fact sheet on our website that we'll talk more about that gives you tips on how to select and so forth, how to store your asparagus,
Right.
different ways to prepare it. So this is right available on our website.
Good deal.
So.
All right, well, thank you both. It's good to see you out in the public now, Greg.
I know.
And we're going to be switching over and doing some interviews, so stay tuned.
I am Noel Tillman II, and that is Gregory Tillman.
Can I call you Dipsy?
Yeah, sure. My wife calls me that all the
over
time.
here.
Really enjoyed you in Deadpool 2, and I'm glad that you took the time out of your busy schedule to be seen or unseen. Tim, do you know? Do you happen to know?
I think he's working on his resume.
He like duct tapes rides together whenever they're starting to fall apart. Super sketchy.
Like Ghost Town, isn't it?
Yeah. Then the theme parks.
Nancy, and she's going to make some suggestions about what you should bring when you come to the farmer's market, besides money, or your credit card, or your debit card. Nancy.
Okay, yes. the market, as we can see, it's really buzzing. And when you come, you want to be prepared. Now, one thing is to bring a shopping list. If you have
Good
some things
idea.
that you are looking for to go with your meals for the week. Also, though, be open because we want to do more seasonal eating. We won't always find everything here.
Right.
But you want to have in mind some things that are in the season, but come with your shopping bag.
Well, I've got my shopping bag right here.
And if you happen not to have one, you can purchase one here at the market with the Farmers Market logo.
Yeah, great
Yes, so if you don't have one, then you can just make that purchase here at the table with the manager. But another thing, because as you go around to different stations, you will pick up lots of bags, individual bags of special things, maybe a few tomatoes, a few greens, a few potatoes, and to put all of that together then in your reusable shopping bag.
Great.
Now, to keep things cold, some of the items that you get will be refrigerated or frozen, so you want to bring a thermos type insulated cooler, especially in the summertime, but really any time of year, to keep a cooler in your vehicle so that then as you make your purchases, you could pick those things up last, but you don't want the good products to be gone.
Oh, well, that's...
So
Yes, speed is of the essence, as we learned with the asparagus.
that's right. There's a limited supply here. So pick those things up and then take them and put them in your cooler. And then you can continue your shopping. And of course, a lot of visiting goes on at the market too. This is quite a community gathering place for us.
It's almost like election day.
Oh, yes. Now, Deborah's already reminded us to bring our money, bring our debit card. Also, your EBT card is accepted here. So if you have benefits through EBT, bring that with you as well. It's welcome here at the market.
All right, well, thank you, Nancy. Well, we're going to move on and film some of the farmers that are here. All right, Cleveland County, we're here with Keely Bean, the daughter of Luke Bean. And this is the meat we were talking about that you needed to be prepared. You want to tell us about your meat, Keely?
So our beef is ground grass-fed, so it doesn't have any antibiotics. We don't feed it corn or wheat or anything that would fatten it up before we would take it. So this is just the way nature intended it to be, with no antibiotics or anything like that. So the natural fat is from grass, and it's all natural.
And this is a steak, and this is ground beef. Keely is a junior at Burns High School.
Yeah.
Will be 17 in 2 days. and she's having fun doing this.
Yeah, I love to do this. It's a great way to open up social opportunities for me. I meet so many different people.
Oh, well, Keely, that's great. Thank you so much for sharing you and what you're selling. We're here with Charles Camp, whose farm is up in the Kaiser area. Good morning, Charles.
Good morning. How are you today?
Doing just fine, thank you.
Good.
Please tell us, you were one of the founding farmers of the farmers market, and how that all came about and where you were.
Greg asked us, because we grow a lot of different varieties, if we would help them open the market by participating. And we did. We were uptown Washington Street with tents in the sunshine and the rain, and we've been here ever since, and it's worked out great for us.
Well, thank you, Charles. You're one of the important people to celebrate our 10th anniversary, so thank you very much.
Thank you, and I appreciate everything y'all do. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we're here with Lloyd Lewis. Lloyd Lewis has been a loyal farmer and a loyal facilitator at the farmers market. And you had an idea to do the pavilion.
Yeah,
you
I
wanted
did.
to, you wanted.
Well, Greg Trewick and I sort of got together and I told him what we needed, and Greg was good enough to carry it through, and here we are today under a beautiful pavilion, and you can see the crowd that draws.
Yes, and as I say, you were down there in the tents. You were down there in the tents in Washington Street, and now you're up here.
Yes, for about 5 years on the street, and then about 5 years here.
Right.
So
right.
as long as I'm able to farm, I'll be here. Yeah.
Well,
I enjoy doing it. I enjoy seeing all the customers' faces every year, and I think they enjoy coming out and socializing and having a good time.
Well, and I just saw a mom introduce her daughter to you.
Yes.
And they've been loyal customers.
Right. Yeah, they've been loyal customers. We've had a lot of loyal customers over the years. We was the core group that started when the market first started up on the street. Yeah. And we've had a lot of support, good support. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Lloyd. And I'm going to talk to Nancy now about the dense nutrient food, the sweet
Right,
potatoes.
yeah.
So you can go back to your customers.
Okay.
Thanks, Lloyd.
Thank you, Deborah.
Uh-huh. All right, Nancy. Nutrient dense vegetables.
Yes, the reason we are eating, and as you're making your selections for foods to eat during the week, and you want to think about the different vitamins and minerals and so forth, because our bodies, in order to be healthy, we need many different things. We need iron, we need vitamins A and C, vitamin K that you would get from the beautiful greens that are here, potassium that we would be getting from the sweet potatoes, also some vitamin A there, nutrient dense, and these beautiful butternut squash are also really healthy. Folate, yes, with the calcium. So there are many nutrients, and on our fact sheet we always point out what are the different vitamins and minerals we're getting from different foods. We know we need to eat a variety of foods and a variety of colors. Now here we've got the oranges. This would be the orange, yellows, the greens with the kale, the mustard, and the collard greens here. And these are things that we would see in an early market. Of course, the squash and the sweet potatoes have been here since the fall, as well as the greens. So again, we're talking about eating seasonally. When you come to the market, you will find different things. If we want to preserve some of these, if you want to get greens before they go out, then Lloyd was saying that when it gets hot, the greens will play out. Go ahead and purchase now, and you can freeze them. It's easy, and again, that information's on our website. You will blanch most everything except some of the fruits you would not, and peppers and so forth. You don't have to.
But blanching is when you have boiling water, drop the kale, the leafy greens in the boiling water for how long?
It depends on the size of the greens, or if it's okra or whatever. Most of the time about 2 minutes, and then you would lift them out of that boiling water, put them immediately into cold water, and then lift it out of that. We're not soaking during blanching, but you'll lift it out, let it drain, kind of pat dry, and then you're ready to package in your freezer weight, resealable bags or plastic containers, or even glass jars for some things. There are freezer jars. Be sure you label with the name of the product and the date, and press out as much air as you can if you're doing it in a bag. So just several tips, but again, the fact sheets and that food preservation information will be part of the website information.
Well, great, Nancy. A wealth of information about to buy, what you can buy and then preserve for later on. We're here with with Ashley Nieder, and this is going to be the cooking part of our show. And Ashley, just tell us what we're making here.
Today we have a green smoothie. So we're going to start with our base of almond milk.
Okay.
We have a banana for sweetness, and we have avocado, but the main show tonight is the kale and the spinach we're going to throw in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know you've got it partly started, so
Yes.
what are we doing now?
So a good little tip for you guys is you want to blend your spinach and your kale first to get that really smooth, and then you want to add in your other ingredients so then it combines really well together.
So you don't add the almond milk first?
The almond milk, spinach, and the kale.
Oh, good.
And
Good,
then
good,
you
good.
throw in your accessory ingredients like your avocado, your banana, your peanut butter if you want to add that in there, whatever you want.
Great idea.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see you work
All
here.
right, so we already started it, and now we're adding in our accessory of the banana. Just throw that in there, and then put the top on real quick, and takes about a whole 30 seconds. And that should be all blended up. And then you're ready to go.
All right, well, I'm going to try it. Greg Tillman said he wouldn't try it, but hey. Oh, it's fabulous.
Oh, thank you so much.
And Nancy Abassier-Kong, our nutritionist, would say this is chock full of everything you need.
Yes, very nutrient dense.
For a healthy start to the morning.
Yes.
Which, because it is morning,
Yep.
that's what we're doing right
Yep,
now.
exactly.
Well, and Ashley, what group are you with?
I'm just actually a nutrition student, but I love the farmers market here, and I kind of wanted to show off their produce of the month, so we decided to do kale.
Well, how
Yeah,
wonderful.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Ashley. This has been delicious and very informative.
Thank you.
All right, stay tuned, folks. We're going to be taking a short break, and then we'll be coming back with more exciting things here at the Cleveland County Farmers Market.
Be a part of building the future. Be a welder. The welding technology program at Cleveland Community College prepares you with the science, the technology, and the skills to be a successful welder. Experienced instructors using state-of-the-art equipment train students using industry-standard skills developed through classroom training and practical application. Successful graduates are in high demand and are employed as entry-level technicians in welding and metalworking industries. Learn more. Call Cleveland Community College at 704-669-4077.
Someone once said that without music, life would be a mistake. And that's how we feel here on Face the Music. Hi, I'm Summer Castle-Keever, and I'd love for you to join me each month on our new program, Face the Music, which airs on C19 TV and C19.tv. Each month we'll highlight the talents, personalities, and stories behind some of the area's most gifted singers, songwriters, and musicians. It's going to be a lot of fun, so join me each month for a new edition of Face the Music right here on C19.
We're back here with two of the people that make all of this happen currently. I'm here with Audrey Wetton, and your title is?
I'm the Executive Director of the Uptown Shelby Association.
And I'm also here with Carol Maxwell, and your title?
Market Manager.
All right, well, we have come together on the first Saturday in April, the first farmers market of 2019, and I'd love a comment from both of you. Audrey?
I always love this day. It's fun to see the energy of all the people being here in Uptown Shelby and enjoying the local produce, talking to their farmers, and stocking up for this season now that it's open weekly.
Thank you. Carol?
We are just absolutely so excited. This is our 10th season, so it's been anticipated by our whole group for a while that opening day was going to be exciting, so we're glad it's finally here. We have so much to offer to the folks that come out here to visit us, from the tiniest kids all the way up through the adults who are out here shopping.
And even the dogs.
Even the dogs. We are a dog-friendly market. Leashed dogs are always welcome, and well-behaved dogs are welcome. So we love to have them out here as long as they can mind their manners, so yes. And we have activities for the kids every week so they can come out and be a part of the market too. We want them to learn a little bit about agriculture. Lots of kids don't have a good idea where their food actually comes from. So we're trying to help them have an understanding of where their food is coming from and how to make healthy food choices, so the kids have an activity that they can come and do. We have Chef's Corner so that adults and kids alike can learn what to do with all the wonderful produce we have out here. So we're just excited to get this season started.
Well, we could have had better weather. It's perfect for that. And I'm sure there will be different farmers coming out as the season progresses and as they grow different products, which would be like summer products. So there should be a variety of all kinds of things here, starting today and ending when, Carol?
We are here every Saturday through October. The market runs from 8 in the morning until noon, and then later on in the season, as vegetables become more available, we'll add a Wednesday market in late May, and that will be here as well at the pavilion from 8 to noon. And then at the peak of the season, June, July, and August, we operate a satellite market at the health department as well. So lots of opportunities for folks to get their locally grown vegetables. Like you say, everything is local, so we only have what is growing here in Cleveland County and the surrounding area right now. So that's what you'll find when you come out to the market.
And one of the big things for me, and I've already mentioned it, is the lack of the carbon footprint. I guess lack of it, but there's no carbon footprint if we keep it all in Cleveland County.
Absolutely.
Any final words, Audrey?
I'm so excited the farmers market is open. I love coming here every week.
Do you get breakfast here too?
I did. This morning I got a biscuit from Newgrass, and I heard there's a grilled cheese food truck that's going to be coming later in the season. She has a farm and she's going to be making her own foods of all different kinds, and I think there might be some breakfast items on that menu, so I'm excited about that too.
The farmers market is basically in the center of Shelby. So how does that impact the rest of Shelby?
We love having it here because it draws all these people. You can see all these people around who come for the market. Some of them come every week, some of them come a couple times a month, and it draws people into Uptown Shelby, and then they spill over into our restaurants, whether for breakfast or for lunch, or they go grab a cup of coffee, or they might go shopping in some of our stores or look around at our public art, and it's really neat to have them here exploring Uptown Shelby after or before they've experienced the farmers market.
Don't forget the mimosa at Dragonfly.
That's right. Some people like an early drink, which is, a fun way to start your Saturday.
Nutritious with orange juice.
That's
Remember
right, your
that.
vitamin C. Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you both for appearing on our show, and we're just looking forward to weeks and weeks and weeks of fresh vegetables and meat and products.
Well, wonderful. Cleveland County Kitchen is so exciting when we get to see our farmers and our folks who are part of your show. So we appreciate that partnership too.
Well, thank you, Carol. That's very nice to say. Well, hey, Reggie.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. I'm here with Reggie Feaster. He's the son of Phyllis, who owns Phyllis's Sweet Shop.
Yes.
And you were telling me some interesting information about the old farmers market.
Yes, ma'am. My mom was there in the very beginning when they were still in the building and everything. She was a vendor there for a while, had a permanent space. And once they closed it, she was one of the first vendors when they moved it to the street on Washington Street.
fabulous. Well, that's wonderful. And it looks here, we're kind of slim pickings here, but that was not the way it was at 8 o'clock this morning.
No, ma'am, no, ma'am. We had a few more things this morning when we first started, but it's been a good day, the first day of the farmers market today.
Oh, well, that's great. Well, please tell your mom she's got a good person selling for her.
I certainly will, I certainly will.
Well, that's great. And come and get your dessert. You can have breakfast in the morning, shop a little bit, and come back and get dessert.
Exactly.
Well, Reggie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Cleveland County. We are with Linda Lane, who is Mardette Family Farm, and her booth really is on the street. You got a great view of the farmers market and the street. And what do we have here, Linda?
We have a pork bratwurst. Comes in a package of 4 links, enough to feed 4 people, and it's vacuum sealed, so it stays nice and tidy in your freezer.
And this is pork from your pigs, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I have Ossabaw Island Heritage pork mixed with Duroc, so both are heritage breed, and it comes up pretty tasty.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you. Now, Nancy's going to buy this, and I want you to do what you're going to do when she buys this from you.
Well, Nancy, did you happen to bring a bag, or do you want me to put it in one of the bags I have?
If you would put it in a bag.
Okay. Now, is this for the cooler, or are we putting it in the bag that you have?
It will be for the cooler.
Okay.
And I'm going to also, it will be for the cooler. We have encouraged our consumers to bring an ice chest of some type so that if they're getting meat products, eggs, or produce, that they can put it in a cooler. But because we don't want to cross-contaminate, if we have just a small cooler like this, then it would definitely go in a bag, a plastic type bag, and we can also have a fabric bag that you put your meats in. If you're going, and you know you're going to be purchasing several, because this bag can be machine washed and dried, wherein this type of bag would not be able to be washed. So thinking ahead, and with cross-contamination, which of course would continue when you get it home and you want to get this right into your freezer or refrigerator, and then as you're working with it on your cutting board, we'll continue with our not cross-contaminating, hand washing, important, and several things that are, again, on our fact sheet. There's usually a food safety aspect of the product.
Right. Well, and I don't think we have emphasized that enough. We always talk about nutrition, but there's nutrition, and then there's the scare of a bacterial cross-contamination is what we're talking about. Linda, thank you so much for being here. You not only have meats, but you have vegetables.
Yes, ma'am.
And Linda also sells my muscadines when it's muscadine season.
You got it,
So-
and I'll be here for you this year.
I know you will. Thank you so much,
welcome.
Linda. Cleveland County, I hope you have enjoyed this. It's been lots of fun seeing all the people, seeing all the products, and we just encourage you to come out Saturdays until the middle of April, middle of May, and then we'll be here or the farmers market will be here Wednesday and Saturday. See you next month.